Good morning everyone, it's Yvonne here to do your What's Cracking for the last day of the year. It's also granddaughter number 3's birthday, so happy birthday Ivy. Yeah, she'll always have celebrations on her birthday, right? How cool's that? So always have a party. I haven't got any dates set in yet, so today being the 31st and the last day of the year, I will come back with some dates for next year. I think the only thing I've got booked in at the moment is Merriweather Newcastle Fair on the, I think it's the 19th of January, so not far away. I will be moving on my birthday, so there will be no readings that day, but that's a Sunday, so that will be covered by your weekend reading anyway. All right then, enough blurbing. Let's get into this. Using the Tarot Mucha here. Oh, I love it. I felt this morning. I got up and thought, wow, I know it's the last day of the year, and I mean, we're human beings. We are trying to align everything with the new year, but in spiritual terms, of course, that may not happen exactly that way. But I do think there's a great deal of manifesting for the new year going on. So with all the positive talk and all the hype at the moment, I think people are getting very excited by the fact that we're moving into a new year. Australia still faces the bushfires and some of the devastation that's been happening here. So hopefully the new year will be a much wetter one after the droughts. I do hope that our industry and our investments and life here in Australia picks up, because I feel that we're going through some sort of slump at the moment as well. So if the planets are aligned the way they are going to, we should see changes right the way through government, through every possible aspect of our universe. So this is what we're doing here, guys. We're manifesting the sun. Oh, this is just beautiful. I'm glad we got this reading today. So the sun is, to me, the best card in the deck, because it encompasses everything. It encompasses, you know, all of the positive energy that comes in a tarot journey and in your life. So the sun is a card of bringing in joy and happiness. It's happy families. It's having enough. It's total satisfaction. Behind that, we have the Strength card. So I want to say to you, you need to give yourselves a pat on the back, because most of you have done the work that's required. You have put in the energy. You've been grateful for what you've received, and you have done this. You've manifested now something beautiful to bring in. So you could have experienced some things in the past, but I feel that this last year has been a year of moving away from hurt and pain, even though sometimes we chose to do things that weren't they were in our best interest, but you know, saying goodbye to things that perhaps were really difficult for us to say goodbye to, whether they are people who've passed over, whether it's relationships, families. There's been a great deal of realization that you can't beat a dead horse, and a lot of people have decided to move away from stuff because of conflict. And I feel this is what is bringing in new times for you all. And we have the card of looking back at the past here. And I feel that even though the past has perhaps left us with some uneasy feelings, we're willing to let this go now and move forward. So we're moving into new times. And then we have the card of soulmates. So some of you moving towards new love, new business, new enterprises, new building. They're talking about building. So it's a time to build with someone new. This may not be in a romantic sense, but it may be in a sense of, you know, just understanding that, you know, putting time and energy into something is going to create new things. And I think that's about personal creation, using your creative juices, being able to really use your creativity going forward. Okay, so we do have an offer coming in here from a water sign. This isn't always romantic love. Sometimes this can be about you having self-love here, being able to really understand your emotions, being able to really drink from your own cup. But for some of you, this is someone else offering you something here. Now, it can be the birth of a new child. It can be, you know, an offer of marriage. Can be an invite to a marriage. Can be someone around you who's coming together in union with someone. Okay, so we have the Two of Swords coming in. Now, the Two of Swords is the card of making a decision. The thing is with this decision, it's not always a good one to make. We see that she has her heart covered, she's blindfolded. So she really does know what the answer to this is, but she's refusing to see what she needs to do because she knows that it will cause her heart pain. This is often about expressing yourself at a level that you need to, speaking up and saying something that's in your heart that you need to say at the risk of losing someone or being cut out, or for you to cut someone out of your life. Okay, and then we have the Knight of Swords. So this is you making the decision to move forward with a conversation, with some sort of communication here. Now, it could be somebody coming towards you here that's made a decision. We have to remember these readings are general. They do flip-flop. And the energies sometimes are yours, sometimes they're somebody else's. So somebody is going forward here with a decision they've made that they've got clarity about. Or you've got someone coming towards you who's made this decision to make some sort of offer to you here. Ooh, and then we have the Moon. So at this stage, there's a lot here being hidden. Not everything has been revealed. Maybe the timing isn't revealed. Maybe the person isn't revealed. Maybe the situation hasn't fully opened for you yet. We have quite a lot of moon energy here. So that says to me, you could be dealing with Pisces or Cancer, especially with the water card here. But it says to me that there's a lot that needs to be talked about here. A lot that needs to be expressed. And possibly some hurt or pain that will come from the expression of truth. Okay, so we have the Three of Cups coming in here. The Three of Cups can talk about celebration and reunion. So you could be reuniting with someone. Now, this may not be, again, romantic, so please be open-minded with this. It could be that you are reunited with a family member. You could be reuniting with a friend. But somebody is coming forward here to have this conversation because things have been left unknown. There's a deeper reason for this conversation here that's going to draw a lot of emotion to the surface. Ooh, okay. Could be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo. This could be you, general reading. I feel that perhaps at this time you have been trying to perhaps forge a life for yourself. You could have someone that's coming in with an offer that has been working very diligently on their financial resources or their life so they can offer you something. But there is a feeling here that one party here has been putting a lot of effort into their financial resources, which could mean for some of you this is about a business offer. That someone wants to move forward on you. I can't help feeling that you know this person. It's not someone new. It is a person that has perhaps been close to you in the past, but we'll keep going. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we have the Seven of Swords coming out here. Now, the Seven of Swords can talk about something that's gone wrong in the past. It can definitely talk about someone not expressing themselves in the past, someone withholding from you, and it's coming right across the moon. So you have someone here who is withholding some sort of information from you. It could be that they didn't speak up about something in the past. It could be that there was some sort of breakdown of some sort of situation, relationship, whatever, where there was a lot of things not said that need to now be spoken. And this person is bringing that forth. Okay, beautiful. So what's going to happen from this is you're going to walk a completely different pathway. This is aligning you with your life path, your journey here. It's putting you back on track and probably helping you to release a lot of emotional baggage that you've been holding on to. This emotional baggage may not have been clear to you before. It could have been something that's very deep within you that has not surfaced. It could be something that you have suppressed. There's a feeling of suppression here with these Two of Swords, with this stalemate. Maybe you put a lot of feelings aside because they were too hard to deal with at the time. And it could have been the other person who was withholding here, especially with this Seven of Swords. But it's going to release here. Oh, definitely somebody from your past here. But I still can't discount with the Six of Cups that it could be to do with your children. It could be to do with a child. Could be to do with your childhood and how you've managed things in the past. So sometimes when things happen, we sort of look at the situation as a very surface thing. We really don't look deep inside to see perhaps why we've responded in the way we have. As many of you know, I've been doing a lot of the shadow work on my own life, my own childhood, to really understand how what we were taught when we were young, or the what we grew up thinking may not necessarily apply. The most simple one that always comes to mind is the money doesn't grow on trees. And I always think money does grow on trees. Absolutely. Children should be seen and not heard. Well, that's not true either. But a lot of those things sit very, very tight with us, and we grow and align our lives according to what we've been taught. So I feel here that you're moving away from this energy and understanding perhaps how this energy has held you back, and your part in this, because it's moving you forward. There's a great deal of celebration around this, and I don't know that the celebration is like drinking and eating. I think it's more a celebration of life. It's more having this greater understanding of where you've come from. And look what you finish with, a brand new start, something passionate, something beautiful coming in here to give you, to align you now with the direction you probably would have been going in, but not in a way you are now. So I don't think things move you off your life path, but I certainly think that you can have a more easier transition when you're aware and more aligned with what the universe is bringing in for you here. What a beautiful reading. I didn't go through the cards at the beginning, so I'll just do that again, and then we'll have a look at your oracle card. Bringing in new times here, new resources, perhaps new financial resources, being in line with joy and happiness, coming through because of your own personal strengths, because your ability to look at yourself, to go deep within yourself, to understand your shadow side, understanding that there were things in the past that maybe you walked away from that had caused you pain, being able to let go of the energy of the past now and move forward, possibly with another person, but certainly more aligned with the person that you left behind for whatever reason. The card of the Fates came out here, so I'm going to read a little bit of that for you. Card 17. Oh, and I've gone straight to the page. Don't you love it? Thank you. Okay, this is about fate, karma, acceptance that there are things you cannot change, and knowing what those things are. So the oracle message here is the Serenity Prayer sums up the meaning of this card. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. There are things in life you will never have control over. The conditions brought on by the evolution of the collective, by nature, and by your past experiences may be fated, preordained by spirit for a greater purpose you cannot understand in this lifetime. It may not be in your cards to understand why certain events occurred, but you can accept the mystery and work with what those events and your current circumstances have to teach you. This is the wisdom contained in the Serenity Prayer. Beautiful reading for the end of the year, guys. Thank you so much for all your support. Much love.